Good day from Kamakura, Japan. On this Thursday, November 3rd. It's 14 degrees, a beautiful morning out here. Yeah, very nice. Kind of balmy too, not too cold at all. Just back from my morning walk and it was absolutely wonderful. So a lot going on today. As you can tell from the title, I'm going to be making a Kabocha pumpkin pie. I'm also going to be doing some work indoors. I'll be repotting my avocado plants. And later on, I'll give you a tour around the garden. It's going to be a long episode, so please stay tuned. Let me take this out. I'll find a new home for this. Where should I put it? Over here? Oh, by the way, I've got 2 new pineapples. We'll see how they develop. They're coming along nicely. And let's see what this is. Shiawase o hakobuki. Happiness is a hakobu tree. Kirameki. Which means twinkle. That's cute. Okay, yeah, nice little plant. So today I'm going to be doing a lot of things. I'm going to be transplanting my avocado saplings into some nice large pots here. I got these the other day. Also today I'm going to be making Kabocha pumpkin pie. It's absolutely delicious. I'll tell you a little bit more about that in just a moment. We'll also go outside and take a look at things out in the garden. Things are doing very well out there, but first of all I need to get these transplanted. Okay, first of all I want to get the bottom covered here. I'm just going to use some paper. Don't have to get too fancy with this. And newspaper will biodegrade. Let's see. So that's good. Each one takes about 1 1/3 bags. I'll just make a little indentation here. Okay, I'll start with one of the smaller ones here. There we go. And you can see how the roots are not too bad at all. That's very good. So let's top this off with this potting soil here. And I'll leave some space at the top so it doesn't overflow. Okay, 1 down, 2 more to go. This one is a little bit more root bound, so we'll loosen this up a bit. Yeah, that's much better. Soil's not too expensive. It's about $2.50 per bag. Alrighty. Okay, now for the big one. Ooh. Forgot how tall it is. Okay. Let's see how the roots come out of this one here. I'm going to have to help it along here. I needed something to coax it out here, so hopefully this will loosen it up around the edges. I use the thin end here. See how that works. Still a little bit tough on this side. I don't want to damage the root system by pulling on it too much, so I'll just loosen it a bit here. What was that? Well, my Sony camera overheated, so I have to wait for it to cool off a bit. Okay, let's try this now. Ah, there we go. Okay. Now let's be careful up above. There we go. Okay. Now this root ball wasn't as intact, but the roots look good. Make sure we're fairly centered. Okay, the twist ties a little bit too short. There's the twist tie when you need one. Okay, the final pot. Okay, let's give this a nice watering with the garden hose. A little bit short, but I think we'll be okay. Okay, that'll be enough for now. Okay, you can see this pineapple plant here can use some topping off. Not a whole lot of space at the top, but let's see what we can do here. First, let's get rid of this weed here. Looks like purslane. Okay, that looks good. Out here we can see the radishes are coming along nicely, getting nice and big, almost at the true leaf stage. Our potatoes are still looking good over there as well. The only thing in here is the cilantro. So the cilantro is looking pretty good. Leave that open there. We even have an okra growing still. Here it is, early November. Wow. How about over here? Yeah, our arugula is coming along quite nicely. Look at that. Very nice, very nice. And our broccoli is growing so tall I may have to remove the netting here. And over here our spinach, looking good. And our carrots. Not a whole lot going on with the strawberries. Some flowering there, but not much fruit. Okay, I'm going to be making a pumpkin pie today. I'm going to use a Japanese pumpkin, Kabocha. And I have some pie dough already made here. This is homemade. I'll tell you about this a little bit later. So my dehydrator is done. Yeah, I went out and bought another batch of persimmons. The previous batch was quite crispy. These are much softer. Actually, this is still quite moist, but I'm going to call it quits here. And this one here is still moist in the center. You can see it glistening there. This one here, it's a little bit rebellious. It's okay. Now this is what's left of the previous batch. As you can see, I've eaten quite a bit of them. They're delicious. Okay, for this I'm going to use my Instant Pot. So that should speed up the process for turning this hard pumpkin into some nice, soft pumpkin pie pulp. I bought this apron about 40 years ago in Seoul, South Korea. And it's made by if you can see this here, made by Miss Julia Lee. Some of the stitching is coming off. But yeah, I've just held on to this nice little apron. I usually put a towel in front just to protect it from splashes. Okay, so let's get going here with this pumpkin. This is a very sharp knife, I want to be careful. And my cutting board. I think I'll have another knife on hand just in case. So, first thing I want to do is clean it. Okay, I noticed some soft spots underneath here. I'm going to have to cut these away. Okay, let's take a look inside. Try this knife first. Cut it away from me. Okay, that's pretty good. Okay, Nice. Not too much to worry about. The insides are fine. Okay. Cut away this stem portion here. There we go. Lay that flat. And this rotted end here, I'll go ahead and cut this away. Very nice. Alright. Get these seeds out. I think I might save the seeds and figure out what to do with them later. Maybe I can grow some pumpkins next year. My goodness, lots of seeds here. Very nice. Okay. I just want to scrape out some of the fibrous material inside. Yeah, I just remember that I do have these two pumpkins that I grew in my garden this year, but I think they're a little bit too small for this dish. I'll save these for something else. So let's slice these up here. I want to slice them into about 1 inch, 2 inch slices here. So let's see. Okay, next I need to get the skins off. If you notice, there's a green portion here. I want to get the skin off just beyond the green part. And turn it around so you can see it. See that there? I'm going to get it just beyond the green, leaving as much of the flesh as possible. And you might be able to see here there's a bit of rot happening, so I can simply just cut that. I can simply just cut that away. And I found another one. Not sure what that is, but it's got to go. Yeah, we'll just cut that off. Okay, we're down to the last one here. Okay, got most of the green off. Okay, so now I want to cut these up into chunks. Okay, the final slice. Okay, I'm over here watching my friend and YouTube colleague Teresa. She's preparing pumpkin for canning.
And up here, I usually cut that end off where the stem area is, because that part of the pumpkin is usually very tough. And also, no, do not throw away your peelings from the outside nor the inside. Put those babies in your compost pile, because we're going to need as much compost and all natural fertilizer that we can get, because there's massive shortages worldwide.
She's a sweetheart. Okay, all of this is going to go into the Instant Pot. It's a lot more than I thought it would be. I'm going to add 1 cup of water first. Maybe 2 cups. Okay, yes, I want pressure cook. Yeah, I think 25 minutes should be just fine. Make sure everything is in place. Okay, let's see how it goes. Okay, while the Instant Pot is going, I'm going to work on my pie crust here. Let's get some flour down. is covered in some flour just to make it easier to handle. Yeah, I like it when the sides are kind of soft. Keeps them from cracking. Just trying to get it out to this 10-inch mark here. Yeah, that way I know my pie will fit. Okay. There we go. There's a lot of tutorials, videos on YouTube to show you how to make your own homemade pie crust. I'll keep this here just in case I need to do some patching up here and there. Well, I have an idea for this extra dough here. I'll roll it out and wrap it around the edge of the pie. Yeah, that'll work. That'll work. Let's do the fork trick. Hopefully that will help the two pieces mesh together. Okay. Okay, it's coming up to temperature. That's good. But I see some steam escaping here. I think I may have to replace my gasket. I'm going to pre-bake my pie crust here. Get that going. Okay, here's the mixture for the pumpkin pie filling. I've got about 1.25 cups of sugar, and I sprinkled some Manuka honey on top of that just to give it added flavor. A little bit of salt, some cloves, cinnamon, cardamom, and nutmeg. They're all in here. Well, I'm in trouble here. The beeping just went off and it says no pressure. Something is wrong here. Well, this is why I have 2 Instant Pots, just in case something like this happens. There's water all around here. So let me clean this up a bit. Okay. But, well, it's open. Let me take a look here. You know, I think we're done. What do you think? It looks soft enough. Lost a lot of the water, which is good. I think what I'm going to do, I'm going to start with 200 milliliters of heavy cream. And I'll use an immersion blender to bring it all together. Okay. Alrighty. Okay, in goes my sugar and honey and my 5 spices. I can take this out of here. Let me get a bigger spoon. Oh, that tastes delicious. Okay, let's try the immersion blender. Now I'm wondering whether I should leave it somewhat chunky or have it totally smooth. I think I'll go with smooth. Let me test this for taste. That's good. That's very good. Okay, the pie crust should be ready. That's nice. Okay, it looks like I'm going to have some left over. Okay. So this will go into the oven. And that'll bake at 210 degrees Celsius. That's about 410 Fahrenheit. And I've got an hour and 15 minutes here. It's not going to take that long. I'm going to set my timer here for about 30 minutes and see how that goes. So the leftover here, I'm going to try to scoop into this bag here and save this for the next time. It should be enough for another pie. I hope I can do this without making a mess. I'll use this big spoon here. That should help. There we go. Okay. Oftentimes these gaskets get loose and don't hold their seal very well. So I think this one's finished here. I do have replacements. Now hopefully this one will work a little bit better. So I'll retire this. I'm not going to throw it away. It may work better after a while of non-use. It may shrink a bit. Pumpkin pie. Once this cools down a bit, I'll put this in the freezer. And who knows, maybe next month we'll have another pumpkin pie. Oh, here's something else I made just yesterday. A brownie. Come take a look. I haven't tasted this yet or cut it. It looks pretty good, huh? So I think my pie is done. Yeah, that looks good. The crust held up fairly well. Looks pretty good. I will admit there's one thing I forgot in the mixture. Eggs. That's okay. I think it'll taste good nonetheless. So I'll let this cool for a few hours and we'll come back and we'll do a taste test. So when you look at that, looks delicious, doesn't it? It's absolutely delicious. Yeah, I can taste all of the spices. The cinnamon, the cloves, the cardamom. Yeah, it's the first time I've ever made a pumpkin pie. And I'm quite happy with it. Hey! Hi! Hey!
すごい早い。すごい。ちょっと怖いですよね。ありがとうございます。
じゃあまた。